first building that we will discuss is the Daniels Building by NAD Architects. There are two main parts to the 2017 renovation of One Spadina, and each part is handled very differently by the architects. The original building that was renovated aims to keep the character of the neoclassical style and to actually highlight the historic details up against the modern updates. Original materials and features have been kept as they were, while the parts that were renovated were painted white as not to steal the spotlight. The older part of the building is very sensitive to the history of the site, unlike the newer half of the building, which was an addition to the Daniels School of Architecture. The more modern part of the building seems to disregard its neoclassical counterpart, and instead creates sharp, sweeping boxes. This continues on the inside of the addition, as it feels completely like a separate entity from the 1885 space. Looking at a section of this renovation, we can see that there's not much attention being paid to merging these two parts, and that they were clearly considered separately. Although the history of this building has been respected and elevated in the older part of the building, it would have been nice to see some of the same softness applied to the newer addition as well. Next is the Maurizio Zanove building in Fichte, Albania by Plis Atelier. Albania is scattered with buildings similar to this one before its renovation. And this building set out with the same goal as the Daniels building, hoping to add to and to elevate a historic existing structure. I think that this building is more successful in its marriage of history and the future, as Plis Atelier decided to focus on local and historic materials such as traditional brickwork and raw timber to create that connection with the local context. Before its renovation, the building had been abandoned and was starting to decay, which was something that was very common throughout the country. Instead of tearing down the structure and starting over, the architects used modern accents to pull the building into the future. The combination of glass and steel with traditional brickwork and wood creates a beautiful, cohesive atmosphere. The design is sensitive to the traditions, yet still manages to create a space that works for the 21st century.